Hi, this is gonna be a little review of the SKT game versus G2. And I only saw this game. I didn't see the other games yet. I might even make the other one later because I was gonna make this yesterday, but stuff happened, so I didn't. So yeah, it's actually a good thing I delayed it though because some things came up, and I'm gonna talk about that at the end of the video, not as the base video. So if you want to hear like that, it's gonna be like a mini rant. Towards the end, like after this whole thing's over, I'll maybe put a timestamp in it. So yeah, stay tuned for that if you're interested. But we're just gonna play this video and see how things go in this great game. I'm gonna lower it a bit. Okay. I mean, I'll be honest. I'm not gonna skip anything or anything. You know what? We're gonna lower this guy a bit. We don't really care what they say. Just gonna have it very low. I, can you even hear them? You know what? I'm gonna bump it up a bit. Yeah, like that. Nothing's really happening, guys. So there's nothing to talk about. This was just a very standard level 1 protection from both sides. Oh, never mind. They're doing a big thing, guys. Oh, never mind. They're just doing the standard ward at the Raptors. Things start happening after like a minute or two, guys. So, you know. I really want to talk about the jungler and the mid lane, even the top lane. Nothing really happens bottom, honestly. So nothing really happening. I honestly might should just skip through things, but you know, it's very small in the amount of time it takes for nothing to happen. I think this is where something very stupid happens. No. Maybe it is. No. Well, I want to go with. Well, first off, this is very important to note. Is so right here, Rice puts this E on him and just backs off. And it's like, if you notice, Nico's playing very safe during this point, and because he knows that he can get snared and like potentially like ganked and just instantly die to Rek'Sai. So he's playing very safe in this instance. So that's like normal, you know. Just remember that. Because the Nico player Faker should understand Rise, because he even has the skin for him, right? That's what we would assume. Oh, this spot doesn't matter. I honestly think I skipped over this part. I think I went to like 5 minutes thing. I don't remember. Nothing really happens. Isn't it Zaya, not Zaya? I don't know about that. That was fine. Nothing really to say there. I was just, playing safe. Rise OP, guys. Remember. Also, I wanted to say that it's pretty funny that people say Rise is OP now when I said Rise was broken and everyone's like, no, he's not. That 42% win rate, and like someone on Facebook said that to me. And now like if you go anywhere and just say Rise is broken, why does he get to build tanky mana items and deal damage? And now it's apparently the case. Interesting.
Couple of other things to note as well is early teleports are now being used by both G2 solo lanes, which means that SKT do have this TP advantage. Something that they did a lot of during the group stages was try and force early TP.
Rek'Sai didn't have a red, so it's probably unlikely.
Where in windows where the opposition did not have them available, that was how they were able to build a lot of their early game advantages. Just because
Yeah, this is where it is. They're gonna show this again, so we can go in detail about what happened here, guys. Just give it a little bit. That death shouldn't have happened. Also, Rise should definitely not die here as well. He's spoiler by the way, because I've seen this game. Uh, Rise is gonna die. Like, okay, there's actually a lot going on. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything, because this is where a lot of stuff happens. It's the back. Oh. Yeah. So first off, let's go back. So bot lane backed, and especially since they're pushed that tower, Leona really can't do much if she goes back to lane. And I always want to say this: if the support roams to like mid lane, you should expect the support to roam there, the enemy support to roam there themselves right after. And same thing with junglers. If a jungler ganks mid, even if that jungler doesn't come back, the enemy jungler is going to come back. People always die to that, and I don't understand why. But it always happens like 90% of the time. Because if you see here, like, oh, there's Leona, right? TP's going in, and like Rise is not respecting the potential TP play. He's just like farming the wave, and he just dies. That shouldn't have happened. Something funny happens here top soon. That's unfortunate about the Krugs. So let's go back. You guys see if Rek'Sai saw that ward or not? I don't think he did because he just puts it down right here. Yeah. Although you can see if he saw the Renekton ward, which he should. So yeah. So he, you guys. So if this guy was like literally the best jungler in the world, he would be like, okay, that Renekton had when he was at the tower, he had a control ward, and now it's not there. So if he was the best jungler in the world, he would know that there's a ward there. Okay, just gonna say that. Let's just watch this guy die. So I'm just looking at them. Okay. We can finally continue, guys. So first off, I want to go over something. So these jungle plants, this is his side of the jungle. Something is gonna happen with this jungle plant, but Rek'Sai should have known that it's gonna happen, and that this like control wards and high elo are literally bait wards. Okay, they already know where you are. They literally serve very little purpose in the early game. They're literally just to bait you, really to try to kill them, like 90% of the time. And the Rek'Sai should know that his plant exists still, unless some freak accident happened where like someone killed it for whatever reason. But it is very likely that this plant's still up, and Rek'Sai is not realizing that the plants exist. And that's just something to remember. Like when you're getting hardcore invade like this, like it's so much pressure denying the Krugs, like they're not gonna give up. People do not give up on kills in this meta where one kill can mean the game over because of how much league snowballs. Like the casters even say that if they that in one of the series, whoever had the early game lead won every single game. I don't know what series that was, but that's just the state of the game. So he tries to kill the ward. This is a big mistake that you're gonna see soon. Rek'Sai immediately, recognizes Renekton has flash and can kill the Rek'Sai. Gragas just flashed for it, so if this Rek'Sai doesn't die, they get absolutely nothing out of it besides a Rek'Sai flash. I think maybe Rek'Sai doesn't even flash here. He does flash, but so it was a flash for a flash, but it could have been a kill if Renekton, flashed in. and that would start the Renekton snowball, which is actually pretty huge because Renekton can snowball out of control. So I don't understand why the Renekton was being so greedy, unless it was like, oh yeah, he didn't want to use Flash and billion IQ. But yeah, I just think that's a big misplay on Renekton's part, and the misplay by Rek'Sai because Rek'Sai should have died, but yeah, he just doesn't realize the plants exist apparently in his own jungle. Gragas takes a lot of damage. He's gonna kill the Krugs. He doesn't go for the Krugs. He goes like the mega greed play. I would have killed the Krugs here because Rek'Sai was way too low. You could have just freely killed it. I would have denied those Krugs. Denying Krugs early is like one of the biggest. Like, it is. He would have got level 5 off that too. Like, denying those early creeps, especially since uh, the timers are still 2:30 instead of 2 minutes. It's gonna be 2 minutes in the next patch. It's crazy. So misplay by Gragas. I'll be honest. This Kragus this whole entire game was very like not really playing well at all. Okay, I'll be honest. I just don't feel like he was a very strong player. What? Yeah, you because you heard the cutoff. Yeah. All right. No. No, I didn't say that. So right here, guys, this is huge. So Faker should know Rice, right? Because he's known for it, and he has a skin for it, right? So right now, Rice's positioning is very greedy. That should be a like. First off, Faker's level 5, Rise level 4. Why is this guy running at your ass, level 4 versus a level 5, and he's inside a whole creep wave? That is just really risky. Okay, that should be a red flag that he's trying to do something. That this is not a normal scenario. And what does he do? He just throws the E on him. Okay, well, Faker should know. Okay, I can potentially get snared and die. So what happens, guys? Snares, gets rooted. W's too late for it. Doesn't react in time with 0 ping, by the way, and he just dies. And that shouldn't have happened because he's not respecting his opponent and not realizing how off it seemed to him. You look at all those caster minions. So that was just complete misplay. Yeah, again, the Rise misplayed himself because I'm not sure why he didn't respect the TP in front of his face. That's normal. Nothing happens there. I don't think anything happens here either. Yeah, just the W. No, it doesn't. It will happen now. What the hell happened? Oh, I didn't see this guy. I must have skipped over it. I don't remember. Let's see what happened. I don't like talking about the bot lane guys. This is like. Oh yeah, he feeds. I remember this now. I'd be a terrible caster. He feeds. Oh my god.
Beautiful punish from SKT, and we talked so much about how important it is for both these teams to look for these early roams, and the fact that SKT was able to stop Caps from finding any advantages with his initial roam is, as you were saying, Jack, very detrimental to the side of G2. SKT are looking very good in this early stage.
And you can see that Clid pretty early.
Yeah, that ult was bad. And yeah, this was like the most forced thing ever. I'm not sure what was going on here. People do that all the time though. Like I do have on jungle guys. Like guys, if a laner sees you, like their jungle sees you, like don't just continue going because he's gonna go there himself, and they already know what's happening. And it's just yeah. So those hitboxes are insane in this game. What? That's a bit confusing to me That's a bit confusing that Rek'Sai didn't unburrow right away. Because look at his unburrow. He sees her, right? And I just don't understand why he didn't unburrow. He could have even burrowed, like if you go back like 0.1 seconds, he could have unburrowed and got this person. Like the Rek'Sai also plays well this game. I'm not even saying he should or anything, but I'm just saying like he could have done that. I'm not sure why he didn't unburrow. The only real reason would be like he maybe thought he wasn't gonna hit or he anticipated a flash, but that person wasn't even paying attention because he just flash healed at the same time. That means that was a panic summoner usage from Teddy right there. Yeah, nothing happens. Teddy should have died though, but I I mean honestly, maybe it's not that bad because you have to look at the positives. He probably would have died maybe if he used heal, or in this case he used both summoners, so now bot lane is very weak. So maybe it was strategic, let him live. Who knows?
And I love how SKT are responding to a lot of this early aggression coming out from G2. They knew that this game was going to be a brawl. They knew that they had to be able to match the high pace that G2 like to set, because that is what allowed G2 to get advantages against SKT at MSI. This is the evolution that SKT has made. Clid has been tracking Jankos incredibly well. He's been in the right place at the right time to punish him. Teddy and Effort are playing this lane extremely well as well. They're punishing the over-aggression from Perks and Mickey that is not getting the support from Caps, because every time he tries to roam, it gets into roam. And I think we should keep looking.
Baker tries to be very slick with this clone play, but the enemy team never falls for it ever.
But I felt like he had actually a pretty strong.
Oh god, that ult was okay. Okay, so this ult was very questionable by the Gragas. The casters even say it. It's like I don't know. It wasn't even close, really. And yeah, that ult wasn't really good considering that Gragas doesn't even have any CDR. He doesn't even have blue buff. So yeah, that was a really bad ult by Gragas. This is what I mean. Like I just don't think this Gragas was playing well this game at all.
How will he respond to G2's roams? Because if someone's going to get picked off in these games, it would likely be the Leona.
It's like even if he got it, it's like would it really be worth it? You know, I just don't think it was worth the risk. Because G2 here, they play very safe. They didn't do anything risky. That Gragas was like fucking 50-50. Yeah, this was the, remember I said 50-50, but more like 10% chance. Yeah, that was a 10% chance of getting it. This Gragas' back gets delayed a lot, which is also really huge. So he just tried to steal it, and it's like instead of backing way up, like even to like middle tower, he's doing like the most greedy bees. Like you just pissed off the Rek'Sai player, so he's gonna fuck with you now. Because why? He knows you don't have ultimate, so you can't displace him to kill him. So this is only happening now with this harassment. 'Cause you can see on the minimap, his back is getting delayed. Like he was trying to back just then. And this is only happening because you used your ult because you're not a threat to the Rek'Sai anymore. And he's just gonna fuck with you again. He's gonna anticipate that you're backing that bush because that's the meta bush, and that's just huge. Like the jungler's not able to do anything. The Rek'Sai is getting map vision, and Gragas has just lost so much pressure.
Probably not worth it, all things considered, because now he can't even really look to contest river where Jankos will have level 6 and Hail of Blades. It means his bottom lane also can't get forward control, where it's really until that ultimate cooldown is back up, the rest of SKT is in a bit of a pressure deficit, and that might allow G2 to be able to catch up in this game.
Now, one of the things I will also be tracking is whether one of these two teams looks for an early swap. Because what you can do, especially given that G2's bot lane has been struggling in the laning phase, is try for an early swap towards topside, generate a numbers advantage, and then look to make a play for the Herald, while SKT will trade it for a Drake. And given that it's a
Gragas has CDR finally.
advantageous trade for G2, and they could potentially get out of this 2v2 that they have been struggling in.
Caps walking in the fog of war, and we'll start up the Cloud Drake. Jankos on the way down. Not the biggest objective, but will be clutch for the in the fog of war, and we'll start up the Cloud Drake.
Let's hear that again, guys.
Jankos on the way down.
Not the biggest objective. Cloud Dragon is the most underrated thing in the whole game. I don't know why people think it's garbage.
It'll be incontestable. Clid was spotted by expiring
Especially with a Rackenoll, by the way.
So this was a very safe move from G2, and I think a lot of this actually does stem back from Clid wasting his ult trying to steal a boob up hit.
Movement speed is one of the most valuable stats. Oh no, that's garbage.
Yeah, I think that's a very valid point, Jack. But what I love now with SKT is because they were on the top side, they're immediately responding with the Herald themselves, which means this swap, if it comes out from G2, is not going to be as beneficial. And now we'll actually start to see these supports open up on the map. Look at Mickey on the minimap and look at Effa. Both of them looking for opportunities, grouping up around mid, seeing if they can help gain priority to allow their mid laners to roam around.
Both of them level 6. Very easy, though, for SKT to find a setup onto a pick if anyone missteps, though. They have the hose for Faker in the mid lane. Wonder, though, all in on the top side, but this matchup has just been very back and forth. Neither one able to find a greater edge quite yet.
And what I have liked about the Kled pick is how hard it's made it for Khan to be able to dive. Notice that Wonder's actually very easy.
Man, taking the Krugs, man.
Play super aggressively. He hasn't relied on Jankos to play around his lane. He's just like, how hard it's made it for Khan to be able to dive. What I
Side, but this matchup has just been very back for Faker in the mid lane. Wonder, though, all in on the top side, but this matchup has just been very back and forth.
Is how hard it's made it for Khan to be able to dive. Notice that Wonder's actually very easy.
I just don't like that, but you know, they're playing as a team. Rex, not Rex, like Gragas is not playing around botting right now. That just makes me hurt.
Later on, and will be a strong initiator for later fights that I imagine G2 will look to set up.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that ends up playing out, because I've seen Renekton's 1v3 with Spear of Sojourn.
That's
it's all
fair,
about if
yeah,
they
yeah.
find access to the fight. I think it's one of the reasons it's been such a banned pick. And even now, SKT still opting to play through top. So they have a few plates broken, and instead of trying to use the Herald mid for Faker and potentially more mid roaming, they're going straight for Khan, and maybe even looking to make a play afterwards onto Wonder.
Conqueror proc, Clid waiting in the darkness, does have the cast back up.
We might see two fights here.
Dive. Effort, though, going to go in on the bottom side. That's
I don't think anything happens here.
Side won't find anything.
What the fuck happened there?
Dive. Effort, though, going to go in on the bottom side. That's big. Faker diving into the back side. Won't find anything as the quick retreat now. Effort, though, going to go in on the bottom side. That's big.
That was a questionable ult from Teddy, guys, because they should, you know, again, they're keeping track of the flashes and stuff, right? It's interesting that he preemptively ults like that when, like, he's right in range of the Rise. He can auto the Rise. Why does he even bother ulting? You know, like, I didn't see that before, but like that's just questionable. Again, like this Kaisa is doing very questionable things. Like, the Rise maybe should have even died there because I don't know what that was.
Find anything as the quick retreat now comes out. And Wonder doing what he can to hold onto the tower, but will not walk in, and that means tower first blood.
I think he would have just instantly died actually.
Go down in the favor of SKT.
Yeah, really interesting interaction there, how SKT actually tried to force a three-man fight on the bottom side when they had their jungler and top laner top, but it's all about reacting now as SKT stay mid.
Coming in, Wonder has the ultimate, he might just dive in. Have to be careful though, Faker has his ultimate, a perfect disengage tool. And that's going to be the real Faker diving in. Teddy, though, they're going to demount Wonder, and that's going to mean he cannot ult in the coming fight. Faker just pressuring more with damage, knowing it stops the engage options for G2 until Wonder remounts.
What the hell happened? I don't remember seeing this. I don't know why.
Top laner top, but it's all about reacting now as SKT stay mid.
Play OP, guys.
He might just dive in. Have to be careful though. Faker has his ultimate, a perfect disengage.
Why would he dive in 1v3?
Faker diving in. Teddy, though, they're going to demount Wonder, and that's going to mean he cannot ult in the coming fight. Faker just pressuring more with damage, knowing it stops the engage options for G2 until Wonder remounts.
And SKT are playing the map much better right now because remember that they made the trade where they
Dude, those Raptors just killed Renekton. Look at his HP. He's like almost half HP from Raptors.
That forced G2 out of mid lane, and they were too low to be able to commit to bot tower, which means that there was no answer from G2. SKT only gained advantages by securing the top tower. They got a plate in mid lane, and they can now look to set up for the Infernal Drake to spawn.
The only thing that G2 would have gained.
I also want to say that the Gragas Valley Merc Treads is probably one of the biggest reasons they lost. And yeah, spoilers, they lost. I'm pretty sure everyone fucking knows. But anyway, like, look, they have Kled, Rek'Sai, and Zaya. The only magic damage is Rice, so that's the only thing that really helps with the MR. I mean, yeah, Bracken, I guess. But it's like, Rek'Sai's knockup doesn't do anything. The Kled's slow, I guess. It helps with Rise's slow duration route, and I guess her route, and maybe it's like, realistically, it was better to take the Ninja Tabby just because if you guys are gonna do Baron, you want you want Leona and Gragas to tank it. Leona can't really tank it mostly because she's a support and it's Baron actually hurts you now, guys. You need like two people to tank it. So him going into Merc Treads was a big mistake.
In SKT's red
Don't
side
build Merc Treads.
and plate spot for perks. So when we thought about this draft to begin with, it was SKT who put a higher priority on getting Renekton and G2 who used their first two picks on the Xayah and Ryze. So we did at least expect these teams to play through Renekton for top lane on SKT and play through bottom lane on G2. And that's for the most part where we've seen these efforts. So now as they kind of clash at the Drake pit, we'll see who hits the stronger power spike. Is it the Xayah right now with the Essence Reaver, or is it SKT with the control?
Now, SKT have cleared out all of that vision that you were just talking about, Jack. They're the ones with control over the bot side river, but they're the ones with priority over mid lane. What's fascinating is G2 is not committing to that vision just yet. They do not want to walk into the darkness. They're actually committing to a top lane play.
Looks like they just set their sights there instead. Apparently not worried about the Infernal quite yet. 1 minute and 16 seconds. Maybe knowing that they're weaker, willing to give that one up. As 4 members of the SKT lineup collapse on the bottom side tier 1. Wonder can do nothing here. He just has to give this one up.
Yeah, this was quite a surprising play from G2 because the wave was already being pushed by Khan in the top lane. The fact that G2 don't answer suggests to me that they were worried about a potential dive on bot side and they did not think that they could defend it. Or they saw an opportunity top that just did not pay out. Either way, this is another advantage.
I don't think anything happens for a while.
SKT,
Soon.
now they're sitting with a 2k gold lead.
And Perks doesn't even have teleport, so the fact that he's pushing up the
What a time, guys. Level 8 junglers, level 11 solo lanes.
is probably willing to concede the Infernal Drake for more gold onto Perks, which isn't typically the plays we see out of G2, but it looks like what they're going for now.
I think it could be because of the
Rip
Renekton.
jungle.
Level 11, Tiamat completed, now has the Phage as well. Khan is very strong at this point in the game.
I also want to say Nico's going for a very utility-based build,
So maybe G2 is
especially with those merch treads. It's not really a damage build; it's a utility build. Important to note. Backside building merch treads is pretty correct considering you have a ton of damage. You have a lot of CC and any team that can actually be blocked. Here is funny because, I mean, he probably shouldn't have even ulted. He's just dead. He couldn't even do anything.
Great play by G2, but where does it go from here? We got Clint trying to finish the Infernal Drake, and SKT isn't in position to make any other play. So as far as conceding Infernal Drakes, that's about as Infernal Drake and sights in the tier 2.
Oh yeah, Rex's Q works on turrets, guys.
As far as conceding Infernal Drakes,
What do you know?
about as good as you can do.
Now, where do they go next? Wonder in the mid lane. Looks like he's caught out for now. The solar threat comes in, but he
Clutto
gets
P,
backed
guys.
away. Ryze coming into the mid lane. SKT are gonna have to fight a fight at a man disadvantage. Faker's ult could be everything, but it looks like G2 will just pull back. Giving them that wide berth though, giving them that respect. It will be the Infernal for the tier 2 in the end.
Now there was a lot of farm bot lane that just made its way into the turret that no one on the side of G2 picked up. But this was the first successful way.
It will be the Infernal for the tier 2 in the end.
Side of G2 picked up.
Oh,
But
that's fine.
this was the first successful proactive play that we did see from G2. They attacked the strong side of the map with Khan. Admittedly, the rest of his team wasn't playing around him, but he considers himself pretty safe. You can see this vision on the minimap in the river. He's thinking, I should be okay.
The Infernal Dragon SKT has isn't as big as a deal as you would think, just because they don't have a lot of burst damage. Only real person that helps is Renekton and Kai'Sa, not really the Gragas, not really the Nico.
Had been down in early turrets,
And especially not Leona.
didn't have the power spike to take an Infernal Drake, yet now we look at the gold, and it's dead even for them. So
Infernal Dragon's a late game dragon, not an early game one. The Cloud Dragon helps more.
Force a team fight against Faker at this point in the game when you have so many AoE ultimates, it could have gone against them. So to find a play that would work out, that would help them even the gold is very well done. But while it is even, SKT still have double stopwatches, still have huge amounts of magic damage on their side. And if a single member of G2 gets caught out, if Perks gets caught out as the ulti is now forced, could mean the next fight in favor of SKT easy.
What I think is interesting to think about as well is scaling. Because for G2, I think they actually have a very strong mid-game spike. But by Teddy going for the early storm...
Yep, they don't play this fight because she has no ult. They just back away. This is where my team would be flaming me. Why don't you go in, Rek'Sai? Why don't you go in? Because we're gonna die.
And we see there from G2.
Again, G2 plays very safe. It's like people need to realize that in games, like the reason like solo queue for instance is so volatile is because people just think that one team needs to win really hard and that's it, and because no one plays like okay we're even a tiny bit behind like 1 or 2 3K goal behind. Let's play a bit safe. We'll give that up. And that's not our fight, you know. Instead, it's just like fight, and see what happens. Let's just hope they make a mistake during the fight, even though they should win. Like that's like any other team would have fought there.
Get broken open by some big explosive team fight where neither team is willing to
As they say,
and they clash. What I've noticed about watching G2,
Yep.
especially in their series against Damwon, is that fight rarely happened. G2 was very good.
They're pretty much playing how I play jungle in a way where I just don't like fighting things that are pointless. And I get flamed for it, guys.
Now they, instead of fighting at Infernal, which could have been close, maybe
Such an itchy nose, guys.
a team like IG would have absolutely just fought at Infernal Drake and just see what happens. But G2 found the 4-on-1 and made it work. And they weren't willing to concede their mid turret because it would have been too high risk. But because they traded mid turret, they end up getting bot turret. Where will we see that fight is my question.
It's all about pressure. And what I love about these two teams and why I think they are both so good is they're just very smart. When you play League of Legends, depending on how many people you have on the map, depending on how much pressure you have, depending on
Sorry, that was a funny
you can
comment.
often dictate areas of the map that do and don't belong to you. You'll hear analysts refer to them as strong side, weak side. A great example is just there. Khan, in a 1v1, he's like, why do I have to be afraid of Wonder? But he recognizes that his team is nowhere near. So
I actually didn't see the ending of this game. I forgot. I stopped watching last 3 months.
And both of these teams are very aware of where they have pressure when they're playing towards strong and weak side. And right now, Caps is too far side.
Oh, he's fine.
That he's not supposed to be in.
They could actually win and kill him, which is the interesting part.
SKT could be waiting. They will back off, happy to just force the Realm Warp out.
But they were just playing safe.
Blue buff as well, so small advantage over to the side of SKT as they try to cede a little bit control on the bottom side of the map.
That was also a bit of a preemptive ult from him, honestly.
Just about to hit 20 minutes in. Nothing.
Although you didn't know of this word.
There's no been no major breakpoints for either side. We can see items are starting to come through. You're getting to that 2-item spike for many of these teams, and oftentimes, as Jack was saying, especially when you look at a team like IG, you would expect a fight to happen. But it's difficult to predict with these teams because they both want it on their terms, and someone has to break.
And we know when these teams played at MSI, the team that had the gold lead at 15 minutes was the team that won the game.
Yes.
So we're saying the early game, focus on that. In this one, technically SKT had a goal lead of 15 minutes, but it was fleeting. By 16 and a half minutes, the goal lead was the same again. So I'm not willing to say that early game decided this one. What's going to decide it here, 20 minutes...
It wasn't a snowball early game, that's the thing, because, yeah, the early game was weird, but it was like evenish trades, it didn't really matter. And plus they had the Cloud Dragon, which probably evened the things out. So...
It's the data game, you know? You're just trying to get
game
data
one is just data.
so you can download them for the rest of the series.
Is this Cloud Drake the objective that neither team is willing to give up?
Caught out, Faker
Happens
find the
here
snare.
again.
Has to be ready to burn the ult. As she sees
Oh,
someone
this
did
is
not
funny.
merge.
So, I'm not sure what the Zaya was doing here, in all honesty. I think the wars gave him like a false sense of safety, especially with the support coming, but like, I don't know, that was a bit of a especially right now when you see that ghost coming to you. I'm not sure why he was running that way. Especially, like, I think it was also very safe to assume that that was Nico, not a Renekton, since the ghost just came out of him.
Caught out, Faker gonna find the snare.
Zaya soul, nothing happens. And then Zaya plays interesting because now Zaya's an ult, so no matter what, they can't win this fight. They are unable to win this fight. So what does the Zaya do, guys? Zaya, they pretend they're gonna do it, like Zaya's gonna fight. Like this is very interesting play. Because right now, they just started Dragon like Zaya's gonna come and start it, and now they like, okay, we're doing Dragon, they're doing Dragon. This is gonna be the big team fight. We're gonna win this fight. Right now, SKT thinks that this is on their terms, but this is a bit of psychological warfare. This Zaya just says, "Yep," like they were probably communicating, "Yep, I'm just gonna split push, guys," and they're gonna be like, "What the hell?" And that's exactly what happens. Right now, they don't even notice. Right now, right now, see, like they're pretending they're gonna fight right now, but they're not actually gonna fight. They're just wasting time. They're biding their time. Nothing happens. Kragus, I don't know. Zaya, yep. And Zaya just pushing the wave. And I'll be honest, I'm surprised Zaya didn't just keep pushing the wave. Although maybe it was part of the psychological warfare to pretend that that the Zaya was actually caught out because instead of pushing to the tower, like they actually, I think the reason that they're not attacking tower is so that they don't. It doesn't make it obvious that's a suicide play. Because right now it looks like, oh wow, I'm a dumbass. But because they're playing, oh I'm a dumbass, the whole entire team is after Zaya 1v5. So if they went on the tower, I think they would have sent one or two people only. So this was actually a very psychological play. See, then they act like they got caught out. So there was a lot in this play. And now if you notice, like this dragon would have been dead. The team fight would have happened, but instead they only lost one member.
Pressure off of burning his ult early,
And
and
this is a big delay play. This dragon would have been dead. SKT would be demolishing the map right now, full map control. But instead, it's just a big delay. This is a big pause for G2 to just buy more time to wait for opportunities.
because Perks died.
Caps now goes in onto Faker, knows that he's been locked up. Good bit of damage there as Faker's now chasing. A lot of confidence comes in.
Rise is OP, guys.
No Spear Shojin yet, but still an absolute terror in the 1v1.
So where's Perks? He's now 6 seconds.
Yep, and they finally start the dragon. This dragon also took a little bit to kill because I'm not sure what happened.
But as you rightly said, the play will continue. SKT will turn into Cloud Drake. A bit of an engage onto Mickey, but he's just going to dash out of that one and
Watch Khan.
Oh, phase rush. Very fast, but not fast enough. Kong will be able to make it out, and Caps is getting scarier and scarier. We talked about the scaling threat on the side of G2. That is 2 items completed for the Rise. Of course, the Nico will have a lot of utility, a lot of potential.
Oh yeah, it was funny too. Okay, first off, uh, again, this was like a psychological play because first off, so they see that they see Renekton. This whole area, I would consider this entire area danger because this is where they all were. This is where all the action happened. So I'm not sure why Renekton is even here right now. He should just run to tower, like related to tower. But he acts very. This is the one. This is very greedy. Half HP. Just and Rise was just there before, and that's just such a greedy play. But Renekton dies for it, and he blows flash for flash. Oh no, he's not flash for flash, but yeah. This is so very greedy. People play very disrespectful of their enemy.
because notice, Wonder is in the top lane. G2 are pressuring in mid, but they're actually going to use this as an opportunity to reset. They just want to push out the waves, go back to base, spend some of their gold, and more importantly, pick up those control wards so they can start getting a little bit more vision on the map.
And this game 1 is just so perfect based on our expectations in the series. I mean, they're 100 gold apart, 23 minutes into the game, and a player that I had my eyes on coming to this series was Khan.
Yeah, that's a real question, guys. Why the hell? Why is he disguised as a Renekton? Is this the shits and giggles? I don't know.
So perfect based on our expectations in the series. I mean, they're 100 gold apart, 23 minutes into the game, and a player that I had my eyes on coming to this series was Khan. Because in a lot of ways, he was having his best international tournament yet.
Completely agree.
Throughout group stage and throughout the quarterfinals. But if we look back to Khan's history with Longzhu with the 2017 World Championship falling apart in the quarterfinals, some of his MSI performances at 2018 and in 2019, it hasn't.
Again, look at Nico's build. It's very utility. It's the fact that they went Merc Treads is also solidifies the utility. They don't have really any burst damage. Gragas going Merc Treads too makes them have very little AP burst damage against that team. And sometimes you need that burst damage, especially against a Rise and Kled.
Down 0-2-0. He's got to find a way to do better, and G2's done a great job to attack him.
But the same is true for the opposite side. Perks and Mickey have not been able to find any advantage. Constantly, that ultimate from Perks forced out so early in fights, making him so much less of a threat. But Wonder and Caps are picking up the slack. They are barreling into the bottom side of the map.
He's not really a threat. He again, it's a utility build. Also, Rise is tinky as fuck.
Sitting in the top lane, catching and farming waves, while their 2 solo laners group in a single lane because G2 is saying, you cannot hold off both of us. We are some of the power points at this point in the game. So Perks can just sit in a side lane, funnel that farm, get more experience, get more gold. We're going to use Jankos and Mickey to catch the mid wave. Sure, we can't gain priority, but it's fine. It's these creative lane assignments that G2 often use to create chaos in the mid game.
The Hex Flash over the wall there comes in for effort. SKT, of course, now matching the Cloud Drake for G2, but the setup around the Baron has to be the next big thing. Interestingly opting, it looks like, to go to the Titanic or potentially
That was a bit of a panic because if you see the Kled ulted literally like an inch away from him. You see the little mark, so he didn't ult like to be really far away. That's pretty funny. That was a bit of a misplay by the Kled. That was panic. I'm not sure what that ult was, honestly. See, guys, it shows like if this was solo queue, guys, it as like I would laugh about this if that guy was on my team because like look at that. I'm not even joking. Like look, gets caught and then that's just the most weird ult. Like because he E'd away and he ults like right next to him. And if he ulted away, he actually might have got away. He like because his ultimate didn't even go towards Nico there. So this is where like your team would probably flame this. Like he wastes his flash and his ult. What would happen in solo queue, guys? He would get flamed, and the game would be over because of tilt. But you realize that you don't have to play perfect to play well and good enough to win, especially like a worlds. Okay, it's just like I feel like just not playing as a team is what makes loses games and being told to lose games, because it's just when you start harassing your teammates and thinking they're not trying to win is when you actually lose. Like this is where someone would flame them, and then because this is a bit off topic, but quickly, I just want to say that people try to justify toxicity like, oh, I would love I wouldn't I don't mind people like people get banned for like AFK don't get banned for AFKing and griefing quote unquote griefing games, but if I shit talk someone or someone shit talking someone to be better, they get banned. Well, are they gonna shit talk their own Clyde guys? No. So maybe you should take from this and just don't flame the guy. You think like right now people would probably be like, oh, he's win trading. Yeah, he's win trading in worlds, guys. Right? Like, just don't do that, guys, because people don't play perfect. Not even the guy flaming.
That Wonder would just kind of walk up to there. My initial instinct was, oh, surely he must be baiting. But then he ends up using ult and flash afterwards, and SKT is looking pretty heavily to at least force a TP because Caps is bottom lane, and SKT need that to break somehow. He's actually realm warping in. He's going to force SKT into doing something.
I want to see what happened, but this is where I wasn't really watching.
But then he ends up using ult and flash afterwards, and SKT
Again, I don't. This Baron play. This is what I meant by Gragas Merchandise was a mistake because he can't take the Baron. Leona can't solo take the Baron without being really low. So, but if Gragas had the Ninja Tabby, they could have started it.
pretty heavily to at least force a TP because Caps is
This Baron was just a big throw.
need that to break somehow.
Based on it, but if Gragas had Ninja Tabby, he could have tanked it. They also have no heals for the Gragas.
Wow, SKT is just disengaging.
Yeah, they're not willing to go all in for this fight. This is a great play by Caps.
Now G2 need to try and keep the G2 members, the SKT members rather, around so that Caps can freely split push.
This is a very strong cast. If he takes the bait here, though, and goes in thinking it's Clit, Baker, though, just going to clear the wave. This is a very strong cast. If he takes the bait here, though, and goes in thinking it's
Caps can freely split push.
This is a very strong
The casters, guys, you guys, you have to admit the casters always overhype Faker. I'm not joking. Because right here, guys, backs away, right? Backs away, backs away, backs away. Right now he's turning. Right now he's turning on. Those minions do not see him. They do not. And even if they do, they probably just see him, and that was before he even turned around. So, what did they say after, guys? Like, he's doing the animation right now. Yeah, he already turned around.
This is a very strong cast. If he takes the bait here, though, and goes in thinking it's Clit.
Takes the bait, by the way. Yeah, I know. That had nothing to do with his decision. He just saw no one coming. He was like, oh, is someone coming? That had nothing to do with his decision. Bad casting, guys. Just overhyping.
Knows that he can't go toe-to-toe with a level 15 Rise. 3 items in. The Rylai's going to make him not
They don't understand the high level of psychology that goes into League of Legends.
SKT is falling behind G2 because they haven't been able to keep up with the Rise. They're done with this play, though. They've match bought TP, and their strategy there.
This Baron would have went well if Kragus had Ninja Tabby, guys. Always buy Ninja Tabby. No matter what. I've bought Merc Treads against full CC team, and I regretted it. Okay? Always build Ninja Tabby as a jungler. This would have happened before. They do get this, but it's like there's just so much risk to this, and they could have done this before, and they lose the inhibitor. Like is it as long as it's a bit frustrating watching it is all. It's just like because they didn't want to start because how low they were. Like Gragas would have been way healthier. Like he'd probably be full HP right now with the Leona.
Both with TP up and available, but it looks like both sides will back away from the exchange.
Another just straight up trade. That was inhibitor for Baron. SKT handshaked on that one. Yet I'm actually a little surprised.
Like and then Gragas' builds like Zanya's, and it's like, in all honesty, is Zanya's even the appropriate item here? You know, because I wouldn't say they have a lot of assassins on the enemy team, and it's like for the armor is too late. You already did the Baron, so to me, it's like a dead item essentially. I I'm not sure what else you could have built, just because it's like I'm not playing right now, guys. As in like putting me on a spot. Don't put me on a spot. But I'm just saying, it seems like a bit of a waste.
Miracle steal because that's the type of steal where if you make it, you probably just win the game. Regardless, though, that's still not a clear.
Oh yeah, listen to what the casters are saying.
A little surprised Jankos didn't try some type of miracle steal because that's the type of steal where if you make it, you probably just win the game. Regardless.
Let's go back. So where was the Rek'Sai in this? Yeah, he was right here. He's gonna try. I mean, he has 0. Well, no, there is vision. Well, no, there is no vision actually. I think the steal was like pretty much like because it's interesting that they're saying, "Oh, I'm surprised he didn't go for that." They had full vision of Rek'Sai. If the Gragas was good, in which he did do it here, he ulted him away. I just think there was absolutely zero chance to steal this Baron. Like I felt like all the Rek'Sai was doing was simply pressuring the fact, just delaying as much time as he can for his teammates as Zaya, Kled, and Rise to keep pushing. I think the casters are doing a poor job in terms of dissecting exactly what's going on here. Because is it really like them to go for that steal? No, I don't think he was. Like I honestly think even if that ult didn't come out, I don't think he would have went in. It was just a psychological play, guys. Let's see how did he have vision? Yeah, he put down that and smite him. I'm seeing something. It's just interesting to me that well, yeah, because Rek'Sai actually has her Q right now, but yeah, Racket puts on the ward. Does oh well, never mind. I was just wondering if that was actually a waste of a smite or not. But yeah, that ward that they put down right there, uh, won't actually see it. You only saw him because he unburrowed. They're both playing champions that can't die if they play well.
Another just straight up trade. That was inhibitor for Baron. SKT handshaked on that one. Yet
Sometimes right here. Let's listen.
Some type of miracle steal because that's the type of steal where if you make it, you probably just win the game. Regardless, though, that's still not a clear edge for either team with an inhibitor down on one side and the Baron buff and SKT.
So what I ultimately think it is it's risk versus reward. Jankos looks at that situation and says, if I attempt a steal and I fail, now my team has to spend 35 to 40 seconds without.
Because sometimes I don't go for the Baron steal, guys, and it's just because it's too risky. Like, is it really worth it? Especially if you're behind. Like, I mean, the only time I think is even justified is maybe if you're behind, honestly. Like, because at that point you would probably lose. Like, I'm talking like 8K below. So.
What can they gain with having that numbers advantage? I don't want to run the gamble. We'll trade it for an inhibitor.
You still get flame though, even if you try.
Keep 5 people alive. And again, you'll notice G2 sending their 2 solo laners up towards the top side to create this constant point of pressure that SKT cannot answer.
No single member of SKT can walk alone into a lane. The threat of the long-range engage coming in from the Kled, of a Realm Warp from Rise, the sheer damage output of those two champions is massive. But in the meantime, SKT are racking up buffs. They've got a Cloud Drake. They get another Baron, and the question becomes, what can they do?
Balance
And what I find
damage.
fascinating is how often SKT have been
Balance.
trying to use their numbers to create pressure. Often you see them grouped as 4 because it's evident that, hey, we would like to fight you. Not only are they a great team fighting team, but they have a comp that is suited for it as well. Their ability to dive, their ability to split G2 up can create a lot of chaos and difficulty for G2 to execute. And every single time we've seen G2 say, no, we're going to go somewhere else, we're going to avoid you. And the problem is SKT is getting split up. Even with a Baron, they have to send someone top to answer. Look at where the Rise is right now. He is halfway down that top lane, and SKT is like, well, we're going to have to try and siege man.
Knock up there. Clid now going to be
Nothing happens
in
here.
the middle of the team, but
I
we'll
don't
have to wait
think.
now to at least make him untargetable for a moment.
Oh, he
Pistol
dies
takes out
actually.
safety,
What
but
the hell?
still
I don't remember seeing this. I'll be honest. I don't know why.
Have to send someone top to answer.
What the hell
Look at
happened?
where the Rise is right now. He is halfway down that top lane, and SKT is like, well, we're going to have to try and siege man.
knock up there. Clid now going to be in trouble. Wonder knocked into the middle of the team, but we'll have to
Yeah,
make him
yeah.
untargetable for a moment. Pox pistol takes him out to safety, but still, Effort will find the kill.
And they now have a Baron buff with the pick. That's a heal down onto Perks, but what more can they get? Because Caps, he's not going to stop splitting. You need to send at least 2 people to stop him, and that's what they've done, which means maybe G2...
I think that was reasonable. Sure happens, you know. I used ults, not waste. It's better than doing nothing and watching towers die. Yeah, it could have been it could have been a high psychological play. You know, just do that while Vice keeps slow pushing. You know, like
And we finally get to see an excellent punish from SKT.
it happens so often though. It's like, is it really a coincidence?
SKT members. Khan comes in for a flank in the top lane, waiting on that control ward that is just sitting on next to the blue buff on the bot side. Beautiful stuff from SKT to at least
Arcside's build is just to absorb the
and secure themselves the mid tier 2.
tons of billion damage. Cledoray has the black cleavers, a billion other black cleavers worthless, so his build's fine. He's also not really farming. Buying Black Cleaver and Rek'Sai is pretty good in solo queue because, you know, you're farming a lot, but like he's probably giving up a lot of his farm to his AD carry, mid, and even top maybe. So Black Cleaver loses a lot of value because, you know, a big thing that people don't realize is that the speed that it gains in between camps, especially with Rek'Sai when you can queue like the last thing as you're going with the previous boost to go faster. So the Sterex is actually a interesting pickup. Spear Visage is an interesting pickup from Renekton simply because I don't know, they don't have really any heals, so I don't know. Maybe you should have just went for the Sphere of Sojin in all honesty. That video wasn't playing, I don't know. Rise Stoat is going to do a billion damage to you. You literally only built it for Rise. Should probably just build a Spear.
They can end the game. If they actually just catch a bunch of SKT in a spot and can disrupt recalls, they could theoretically get a Rise and a Kled to end the game, because he can also Realm Warp minions to the Nexus turrets after they have an inhibitor down. So even though Rise is capable of team fighting, since we've seen Caps farm up to about 13,000 gold now with 333 CS before 30 minutes, just an absurd amount of farm from all the sidelines he's been playing, they don't have to, right? They have the option to, but with the open inhibitors and how this game has gone, I expect you to keep trying to split SKT up.
I also think that SKT's comp is just very strong in a 5v5, like with Faker's ultimate, with the front line that will be Khan, with the Klid ultimate as well, and you then have to take into account that Teddy, as far as team fighting goes, is probably one of the best team fighting, if not the best team fighting AD carry on the planet. So I think that
I don't understand this. Let's just watch this play out first. So
not the best team into account that Teddy, as far as team fighting, with the Klid ultimate as well, and you then have to take into account that Teddy, as far as team fighting goes, is probably
he
one of the
doesn't
best
know.
team fighting, if
He
not
might
the
know
best
honestly though. Oh no, he doesn't know because he just threw the fucking barrel.
as far as team fighting
So if
goes,
he sees the barrel,
best
yeah,
team fighting, if not the
he
best
knows
team
it's
fighting
Nico.
carry on the planet. So I think that
The miss doesn't matter here. It's like, I'm gonna be honest, guys. Look at Rek'Sai's items. He has Merc Shreds plus Sterix. That is literally built for burst damage. Even if that landed and he ulted, Rek'Sai wasn't going to die. There was zero chance to kill him. So I'll be honest, I don't understand.
as far as very strong in a 5v5.
Yeah, Twin Shadows on cooldown. I'm gonna be honest, I don't understand this play right here because you can't do anything to the Rek'Sai. I can understand like chasing him away, but like why even use the active and waste it? You know, because I I I I honestly feel like again his whole build is utility. Even the Zhonya's is like questionable on Eco because when you ult you get a shield and when you're ulting you want to keep moving. It's very rare you would want to ult your Zhonya's and you're actually gonna do anything with the ult. So especially with Merchants, and it's just he does no damage yet. I don't understand why. Again, he's playing like LeBlanc pretty much, an assassin, but Nico is not an assassin with how he's playing at all. I don't know why. I don't know why they're clapping when it's like even if I don't know. Like that was just a waste of time. I just feel like he's acting very cocky, and I don't think he's honestly paying attention to the item builds.
They do have the gold lead. The top laner has a clear item advantage. They're primed and poised to fight. I imagine that Teddy is.
There's no objective, so getting him low wouldn't even do anything there. So you can't even argue that.
Which means it could be a GA, but it could also be a Mercurial Scimitar depending on what direction he wants to go for.
And guys, the only game he won was with LeBlanc.
But the point is that with it spawning in about a minute's time, with the control that they already have initially, this will be.
I blame you for telling me that. No, I didn't. I don't know about Solo. I don't know if I did. I forget.
Okay, let's see if we can back.
Because the only game he won was with LeBlanc. Because like all you can play. Yeah, because that was literally a LeBlanc. Like if you pasted a LeBlanc there, you'd be like, yeah, that's LeBlanc. Yeah, you would have killed him. Maybe not because of the Syrinx. That's the thing. I just don't think he was paying attention to the Syrinx at all. This whole thing by Rise was like he tried his best. This was like pretty, very well played. Yeah, that was lame though. That was the lame part. He flashes, and it still hits him though. That's lame. I mean, he's dead. Maybe it was a high psychological play, you know? Yeah, he just did everything. And it's huge though. That might have not been a psychological play, I'll be honest. Okay, right here, this was pure cockiness. So right now they're like, oh shit. Was Baron's about to come up? Yeah, Baron like literally just came up pretty much. So he died. And so right now they see the Zay and Rek'Sai in mid, and they see Rakan clearing that ward in the red bush on red side. So it's safe to assume the whole entire enemy team is at Baron. Okay. I'm pretty sure they even saw the Clyde. Yeah, they didn't see the Clyde because they see the ward. The ward would see him. It really she knows, guys. So this is the big thing that I'm going to talk about at the end of the video, by the way. I'm just going to go by it, and I'm going to talk at the end of the video more about this, but like, this was just very, very bad. So right here, sends two ghosts, right? With the little freaking twin shadows. Rek'Sai takes one, and oh, he got the other one too. So he got both twin shadows there, and so it's also safe to assume both of them are going like southish. So it's safe to assume they're both there. Like that Rek'Sai, there's probably someone right next to Rek'Sai. So based off of that information, again, it's just all the information has been there. Baron is danger zone, danger zone. Even though, they're on their side of the map, like G2 is on their side of the map, like SKT's side of the map. But it doesn't even matter because they're like at the pit. So Nico's clearing wave. There's a ward there so they can see everything. They can see that's a fake one. I really let you know, guys. Sorry. So okay, clears the word, right? And so the idea here was connecting the TP top. And if you see on the bottom of my screen, you can see Nico changed to Renekton. And I don't know how that's going to work out, considering you just killed the ward and exactly where you just killed the ward, you changed it to Vectin, and you even changed the Vectin in the bush. You just changed it, right? Like, I don't know how that disguise was gonna fool anyone. You should have disguised into, like, I don't know, like, honestly, Leona maybe, but probably not, just because Gragas and Zaya are squishy. The only tanky person was Renekton. And he dies. And it's just like, that shouldn't have happened. Because again, if you go back in this video, they knew that they were all there. And that this whole place is warded. Like, if someone's passed by in high level play, this whole thing's warded. This death was the most unexcusable death from some guy who's supposedly the best player in the world. Okay, I'm just saying that death was a very amateur death, very cocky death. I also don't think I watched the rest of this at this point. I think I just stopped right there because I was just like. So now Rice is gonna come up, guys. I think this is actually when the game's over. I didn't see this. But I don't know who. Psychological, guys. So, see, guys, instead of going for the burn, they psychologically BM them by going for the dragon. they get that late game scaling. See, they care about the Infernal at late game. That's how you should do it. Stop being demotivated by the early Infernals. I don't know what SKT's doing here right now. Yeah, the TP, but it's just like, again, this prop may. I didn't see what happens. I don't see the HPs. But again, if Gragas had Ninja Tabby, he could tank the Baron so easily, while Leona like gets in position to do like her support things. So this game could have been decided by Ninja Tabby. Gragas, yeah. Where the fuck's Nico? Is Nico there? Where the fuck's Nico? Yeah, he TP's earlier than Faker, so Faker's not gonna make it. What is he doing? Is he in there? Dude, where the fuck's Nico? What? Guys, I look fucking. Okay, cause look, he has 1 second left, but right now. That's really weird because look, he just respawned. Why does it show his HP going down? On this, I don't get that. I'm not sure what's going on there because he's not in the Baron pit. And they're hiding the view, so I can't even see anything. He doesn't use TP yet. You know, he did TP now. That was a very late TP. Like, I'm very confused what happened. Cause guys, I think Spectator's bugged. Because right now, 1 second left. He responds. It says he's level 16. Then he goes to 15. No! I know he did. He disguised. He had to have disguised. Okay, he disguised. But I don't get why he disguised, considering... Okay. Fucking... So there's a word right there. If you just died, it's very important to TP in. Okay, guys? Like, they should know the TPs. Right now, the TP is going on. 2 seconds to Faker. Faker should immediately be spamming TP. They're all in the Baron pit. So what does Faker do, guys? Prioritizes shape shifting for no reason. What does that do for you? I don't know. Especially when you're TPing in. Still hasn't TP'd. Like, let's count the seconds. Let's count the seconds. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it was 6 or 7 seconds. 6 or 7 seconds to TP when you have TP. That I feel like that TP timing, if he TP'd as the instant he respawned, I think he would have. They might have won the game here. I don't even know what happens, but that's huge because he's gonna arrive really late to the team fight, and Clyde has a 6 or 7 second head of him. So I don't know what was going on there when he has TP. Maybe he couldn't find a word. I don't know, but that's still bad play. It's like, okay. Right now they initiate. Nico should already be there ulting. The ult should have went off already. And it's just like you're so far behind. It pains me to watch this. He only ults one person, and it's like too late. God, Ali, I'm not joking. I really feel like, why didn't he TP right away? Because he took 6 to 7 seconds to TP from when he got up, for some reason. And Clyde got 6, 7 seconds. It's like, if he was here when this happened, with all these Leona ults, like, look at this Leona stuns two person. Zaya first ult. Why is this TP so delayed? Yeah, like, Nico is really good in jungle because it's cramp. This would have been the perfect. He has flash ult, and you could have froze everyone. And then it's like, oh, okay, like, and even that flash here was bad. Like, has a bit of a hesitation. Like, he could have flashed. Like it walks a bit and then still like hasn't flashed. It's just these. In high level play, these little seconds matter. He wasted 7 seconds, maybe even 8, considering that time to take flash over the wall. And what happens, guys? One person. And it's like, you lost. This game's over. I can already tell this game's over. Because Nico's whole entire kit late game is to do tons of AoE damage. And he missed his opportunity. Yep. Game's over. It's like, him dying there, it's weird because, again, like I said, I'll tell this more in the end of the video. Him dying as a Renekton clone before, it had an impact on the game, but not as big as an impact as this 7-second delay in the TP. This 7-second delay in the TP, I've seen no one talk about, and I didn't even know it existed. And it's like, what happened? What were you waiting for? I think both. I think this whole game is just Faker's fault. That TP, it was a bigger. Honestly, that TP was a bigger fault than that him getting caught out for no reason. The game's over. Fun fact, since everyone builds damage, Howard is dying still. No, see, psychological, guys, that was actually fucking huge. Look, they could easily ignore Leona. Psychologically, they demotivated Leona by killing them. So, like, yeah, you're not gonna win this series. That right there has a bigger impact on the rest of the series than you would think. I guarantee no one's talked about that either. Right now, that Leona probably feels like, oh, damn, like, the whole team just got demotivated. So that play right there at the end was probably actually a huge factor in the mental state of the players. So, guys, that game, that TP surprised me. Unless I was a spectator bug or something, but that TP was disgustingly bad. And at this point, I mean, the video is over. I'm going to talk about, like, this is where I'm going to put the timestamp, about the whole thing with the him getting caught out, which is weird that they're focusing on that and not the TP. That TP is honestly a bigger issue than this. So again, if you're done and don't want to hear me rant, just that's it. But if you want to hear me rant, hi. People, let's go back to that clip. So we're just gonna look at this GIF because someone made on the league Reddit, Faker wasn't looking at himself when he got caught in game 1, and he posts this GIF, right? So, yep, yep. Okay, yep. They see the team. He doesn't realize people are in that bush, and it's just like, what does it matter if you're not looking at yourself? Because you should just know, like, both your ghost was going that way. You should know people are there. Rek'Sai just went north into that bush. Rek'Sai's there, and it's like, guys, that's a psychological play. Like, did that psychological play of Rek'Sai showing up near the Baron give like the Faker like, oh, no one's there? Because I guess so. But it's just like that's really bad play considering there was another ghost the same direction as Rek'Sai. Both ghosts don't go on the same champion, and it's just like, what does this person say? I felt like he could have flashed if he saw what was happening. Okay, well, you can't make assumptions based on something that did not happen, and it's like I feel like if he was, I can even argue. I feel like if he was such a good player, he should be able to know that they're there based on the information. Like I went over before, that people are there based off the information I said before. You know, I could argue that. Why? Because that's exactly what happened. I don't go off assumptions. SKT lost the fight in the game after Faker respawned and teleport in. He respawned, waited 7 seconds, probably like, doing this. You know, then he TP'd in. So he leaves that out. He acts like he immediately TP'd in. No, he waited 6, 7 seconds, and that flash over the wall was very bad, and even then that didn't matter. But it was a 6 to 7 TP waiting was bad. This was quite unfortunate. Unfortunate is a weird way to say, like, an excuse. Like, oh, that's unfortunate. No, that was bad play. As the twin shadows only spot Rek'Sai. Okay, why does it matter if it only spot Rek'Sai? Both shadows were going that way. So okay, it's clear that people were there. Also, like I said, the ward saw the Kled. They saw the Racken clearing the ward in the red side bush of the freaking red buff, right? And it's like, how can people make excuses? And the word spotted no, and the word spotted no one. That word? No, it's just funny because they're focusing on the moment. Okay, smart people dissect things and make plays based on plays that they saw in the past. So he clearly, and the rest of his team, was clearly not paying attention to anything and wasn't basing their play off anything except what was happening then. So no, like I said, the word did spot someone. Not that word. The word did not the word they put in the middle. The word spotted Bracken. The whole place was dangerous. They were all bot. This was all danger zone. And they're like, oh, the Chinese are funny, right? And it's like, oh, what does the Chinese show? Oh yeah, I don't care. Oh yeah, he's playing. Why did people make excuses for him? You know, it's like he didn't even qualify for Worlds last year, and now he lost Worlds again. And people apparently he's the best player in the world. No, I feel like when he was good, that no one else was on par except me, but I couldn't play, guys. So it's like people caught up to him, and now since people caught up to him, people it's like people don't realize that his time is done. Essentially, like people are better than him, you know, because it's like what makes him so special at this point, you know. So, and again, I never agree on him giving him all the credit because what made SKT was the team himself, not one player. One player doesn't make a team. Okay, so and it's just like let's go back a little bit on what happened here.
Yeah, they're not. Was rather a
Here though, Rise 3
behind G2.
is happening. Crazy will spot them out. Inhibitor goes in.
Hey, I don't remember where to work, guys.
SKT's not.
As you rightly said,
Goddamn.
I'm going to use this as an opportunity. And
Rise just had
those
Part 23 minutes because
completely agree.
with the down
Yep.
banning out Quinn.
Yep.
So far to be playing well. He things that are supposed way to do better. And
it's constant.
What the fuck's I like lost track of time.
Carry the lane PowerPoint. We're going to use Yank's creative lane.
Over the wall there could be the next big thing. Something else is now wonder is it
Yeah, runs away.
flash afterwards and that to break somehow. He's actually
Caps in the meantime is going to
I lost track of the time in this game.
over the wall. He has the tremor sense. He knows big nine and pop. He can't go toe to toe with
When does he die?
of a realm warp Right there. But now coming. Bottom side.
Go and get him. Has the
Aaron, SKT can play this one much slower. Try to leverage.
Yes, because he can play this one much slower, by the way. Yeah, so I just don't understand because, like, look, the blue ward sees Rakan. And it's just like, again, that ward in the top lane bush saw the Kled. And it's just like, there's no vision in the Baron. Why would you assume no one's. I just don't know. And yeah, they actually. Guys, they actually see the Kled because he cleared the fucking ward. And then, yeah, they see him again, I know. But it's just like, if people are walking around so freely, like, why do you think no one's in that bush? I mean, honestly, that's it. I just don't like people that are making excuses. Like, I'm just saying, Faker's done. Okay, like I just don't understand what the hype is for. Okay, because no one's even talking about respond after Faker responded to point. No, I would even say that play was even worse than this play. Okay, he waited 6 to 7 seconds, and no one talks about it. Why? I don't know. I guess they're not critical. So I mean, if you want to see the next 3 parts of this, maybe I'll pump out the second one today, just because I meant to make this yesterday. But good thing I didn't. And yeah, I mean, just tell me what you thought about it in the comments, and tell me what you think about my analysis. You know, did I catch things no one else talked about? What do you think about the TP? You know. Thanks for watching, guys. If you actually made it this far, or if you just saw the rant video because you went to timestamp. So, yeah. Bye.